game to get down. So get out your seat and jump around. Jump around. Jump around. Jump around.
And good day. Welcome. Episode 6 of The Cut. Good to be here. This will be a shorter episode because we're running out of sports to talk about in the fall. Finally getting to postseason. Volleyball just finished this weekend. Tennis is over. And cross country, we're getting into state football, postseason, playoffs. So we'll give a quick little football rundown. We're going to bring on the coaches. We're going to bring on Coach Unruh and Coach Bauerle. And then we'll just do a quick little recap, little season end for volleyball and cross country. So that's kind of the episode, and then we'll always end with Jimmy's top 5. So let's start with football. B-Shill, give us that good news.
Yes, sir. Big win against Clearwater. Kind of saw that one coming, but at the same time, you never know how good teams are coming, especially during district play and our last game of district play. So, yeah, we're heading into playoffs now. I think, what was the final score of Clearwater?
60 to 20.
60-20, yeah. And they had those 20 points they had were pretty
good plays.
Long passes, yeah. Really, really good plays. But anyways, yeah, win there. Good team win.
Yeah.
Highlight a few players. Obviously, Hudson Ferralis, he's leading this. He's second in the state for passing yards.
And that's all 6A through 8 man. And he's played one less game.
He had 443 yards, and the biggest thing, he was 29 for 31 on the day. Yeah, which is incredible.
Actually, 30 for 32.
Yeah, the stats say 29 for 31.
Yeah, 30 for 32.
He also had 7 touchdowns. I had 2. I think you had 1. Nick had 2. Ryan had 2, right?
Well, I had rushing.
Yeah, I know. You had 2. And Jake also had 2 touchdowns. So
that's a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah,
it's a lot of scoring.
Touchdowns, for sure. And obviously, a lot of those he was passing. Hudson was passing to it. Yeah. Passing touchdowns for sure. And Ryan obviously got those 2 rushing. So, yeah.
An outstanding senior night.
Yeah.
And Hudson, out of 7 games, has, 2,153 some yards.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much
feels like a million by now. He's chucking
out of 7 games, and the leader out of 8 games is 2,500.
Yeah, he's up in Blue Valley.
Yeah. He's
Isn't that Riders?
Yeah, he's a D1 commit for baseball actually.
Wow,
is where I'm not sure what school he's going to, but I remember seeing some stuff on Twitter about that.
And then you see Hudson being a sophomore.
He's still a sophomore. He's getting good experience right now to set him up for later years.
Yeah, you got to talk about our receivers too. I mean, Max.
Yeah.
Jake
has
Nick.
Jake has 1 drop on the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
he does not
Nick,
drop.
You can just throw him out there with a seam route.
Stiff arm crazy too.
Yeah. After he catches it,
yeah. Yeah, Nick he's a dangerous man.
Max doesn't draw very many either.
No.
It's
could have had 2.
Tough
1 yard
catches.
away,
yeah, exactly. No, but it was a
I don't
great.
know how you flew on that play.
Yeah.
You jumped so far away and then just ended up on the one.
That was fun. I had no idea where I was when I got up on that play. But it was a lot of fun. Case, did you notice anything out of that game? I mean, you're calling all the games. So you're basically seeing everything. You
guys played really well. Yeah. It looked like you guys were ready coming into district play. You guys came off 2 huge wins. And it was just nice to see you guys continue with that momentum. And you definitely need to carry that into your guys' playoff game this week.
Yeah.
Going to Holcomb, taking on the Longhorns.
Holcomb, Kansas.
Yeah. And there was talk about starting the game a little earlier, but they called that off. We're still doing it at 7 in Holcomb. Big old drive down there, 3.5.
Yeah.
3.5 solid hours.
And just a little look on Holcomb. They're a pretty good team. They have 3 losses, and they're 3 losses, right? Maybe 2.
I think it's only 2.
But their losses are to some good teams. They've beat Pratt. They lost to Cheney and Scott City. So those are some good teams.
They're very similar to us too.
Yeah, they run kind of a similar offense.
Athletes around the board.
They got good athletes, and I'm excited. It'll be a great game.
Who'd they play last game?
Good test. Beat Hugoton. They beat Hugoton.
Yeah, we talked about the stats on that a little bit in practice. They were 70% passing and 30% running, which is kind of unusual for them They usually do kind of 50-50, and 70-30 is more kind of like us. We pass the board.
Yeah.
More than
So yeah, it'll be exciting. And then next up, let's just bring him on. We'll do Coach Unruh, our offensive coordinator. He's the one calling our plays, kind of mastermind behind all that. He's also our wide receivers coach. And then we'll also bring on the head coach, Coach Bauerle. We'll do an interview there, kind of chat it up with them, and then we'll continue on. So here they are.
Horns down. Cut.
Okay, we are bringing on the offensive masterminds of the Hessen football team. We got Coach Bauerle and Coach Unruh. Thank you guys for coming. Appreciate it. Always good to have you on. We've never had adults on this podcast. we've had fourth graders on this podcast before. So
I watched it. It was good.
questions will definitely vary here. But let's go right into it. So it's finally playoff time. How do you guys feel about coming into playoffs? You know, last year we didn't even make the playoffs. How's it feel to come back and be able to get a chance to shock the state?
I'll go first, I think. Well, I think we're pretty confident going into the playoffs.
Yeah.
I feel like we're in a really good spot. Going into it, I didn't think there was ever going to be an issue that we weren't going to make it.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
You had the rough schedule at the beginning of districts, but I had full confidence in you guys that we'd be able to bounce back and roll through and get to this point. And now that we're at this point, I'm excited.
It's time to roll, yeah, exactly. And like you said, starting a little slow. I mean, 4 straight losses, being on that. I mean, Hessen High has a football program, a dynasty. And it's not usual to see those 4 losses, but it's been a tough schedule. And what does it mean to kind of bounce back from those losses and, see finally some improvements and we're starting to gain some traction? How does it feel to feel like we're winning again?
I mean, those were all ranked teams that we lost to, too.
Exactly.
And we were competitive, except maybe the Andale one, but we were kind of beat up that game.
Exactly.
We got through it, stayed together. Appreciate you guys being leaders on the team. I mean, it kind of kept us rolling. Got to where we're at now, where we're kind of on a roll going into the playoffs, which is a really good spot for us to be in.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you said, I mean, those losses that we'd had, except obviously Andale, we were a smidge away, and
not there.
The score can't even reflect on how close we were.
Yeah.
Because they not Trinity, what was the other? They just
Collegiate?
played Collegiate.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
They put up a couple more points after.
Exactly.
They had that one drive down the field. But yeah, we're just a smidge away from winning that game.
Yeah.
So the score can't really reflect on it.
2 of the games we had the ball
Right.
on a winning drive in their territory and just came up short.
Yeah.
So, I mean, being in that position with some new guys, next time we're in that position, we'll know exactly what to do.
Exactly. Yeah, getting this far into the season experience is now an automatic for everyone here. And like you said, we got some young guys in. We're playing freshmen, we're playing sophomores, and they're stepping up and they're filling the right jobs and they're doing a good job. You can see them learning, you can see them listening and understanding what football is, how to succeed, and how to have fun.
And early on, we were also playing a bunch of first-year varsity juniors.
Yeah.
And so, it was first action for a lot of people on Friday nights.
Yeah.
Dealing with a lot of injuries and COVID stuff, too,
Yeah.
at the beginning of the season.
It is crazy times. So let's go back a little bit. And you've been coaching Shrine Bulls for so long. Phil, you've been on the team for
13 years.
13 years.
Yeah.
Has football changed the way you play, the way the athletes, are doing what they do now? Has football really changed? I mean, you have us who, we're kind of an air-dominant team when it comes to time. We'll also hand the ball off to Ryan, and he'll score multiple touchdowns. That's no big deal for us. But you're starting to see these teams that are starting to play more like NFL teams. We're seeing spreading the ball out. But at the same time, you still got those Andales where you'll just hand the ball off. Is that something you're kind of seeing changing? Even if, since you've been playing football in high school. Is that something that you're seeing changing, really?
First of all, the game has changed a little bit with how you teach, just the physicality part.
Yeah.
We've talked about that with tackling and how we were taught how to tackle compared to how we taught you guys. Yeah, it's like put your face mask on the ball. It's like
Yeah.
we should.
That was club football.
Yeah.
You bite the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it amazes me. It's like, why didn't somebody say, like, Coach, this is a bad idea? Anyway, but I think a lot of times now, if you look at just the offenses, there's a lot of trickle down effect from college football with the spread and things like that. And I think one of the things that also helps is how much access the coaches have to film anymore and what other programs do. I mean, before huddle, teams would clinic, staffs would clinic together and do those types of things. But now you can get full season game film and all those things. You can really study the game a little bit more. And so you can vary your system from year to year to really match your personnel.
Yeah.
When I don't know about when you played, but when we played, it was the same system that you were going to run, regardless of who you had, and maybe a tweak here or there for who you had, maybe up front or skill guys. But now, we got our lineup. There's no reason for us to be running, 3 guys in the backfield, triple option football.
Exactly.
That doesn't fit us. But I think when I played, it wouldn't have mattered who we really had. We were still going to run robust triple option football. It didn't matter. And not that our coaches didn't know other systems, but that was the system that they knew. And to get film, you were getting VHS from other people,
Meeting at a gas station.
Meeting at a gas station.
Nowhere.
7 o'clock in the morning on Saturday to exchange films and do all that stuff.
That is pretty good.
But yeah, I think the accessibility of different systems is one thing that I really enjoy anyway. Being able to say, hey, we've got a 6'5" guy here, we've got a slot that can move, we've got Jake who nobody can tackle. We need to figure out how to get those guys the ball, and then you can plan and game plan and meet with your staff in the off season and figure those things out.
Yeah.
Like you said, with film, you can look more at what we can use against them rather than without that film, what we're really good at.
Yeah.
And I think if you combine those two, it's could be something really special, especially with the spread team, where you have so many route combinations and so many formations that you can evolve. Could hurt them really bad with those teams.
Yeah.
Very just productive. Looking at our tendencies on offense the last 3 games, we have some tendencies with our play calls, but so much of our game plan is also, hey, we have this, we can attack this weakness in their secondary. That may not apply to the next game. And so, like last game, we had a ton of rollout passes. We didn't have that the first 2, or the 2 weeks prior. And so, we have ways to exploit the defense that keeps us from running the same play over and over and over again. Unless it's working, then we're going to do that.
Yeah, exactly. No, that is very cool. That's very interesting. And times are changing.
Yeah, I don't remember a whole lot of game planning in high school, just because accessibility to film and whatnot. There was a game plan, but usually a lot of repping our plays.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
We'll make our plays work against their defense and make adjustments in game more than going into the game with adjustments for whatever they're doing.
It's crazy to think, even now with film, we still kind of do some of that. What they show up front, I don't know. At halftime, we make a ton of adjustments, so what we could do better and what we could use against them. So I think it's kind of cool how it's still old school football in some way, I guess. But not really.
Yeah. And you guys have been able to coach some complete studs. You saw Ryan Shatler come through. That's something crazy. You both got to watch Parker Roth. We got to watch Parker Roth do some crazy harm. Even Reese Nebel setting some records. He's over at KW now.
Yeah, doing well.
But yeah, it's just that success in that Swathers offense it's insane, and you definitely know how to highlight the studs and let them show them what's up.
Well, you guys make us look good. You guys make us look really smart at times because you're catching every fade, and you're catching whatever. You guys are making some ridiculous catches. It's not play calls, it's players. It's players. But that's what we talk about. When we talk about offense, we go players, then formations, and then plays. What players need the ball? What formations can we get them in a position for success against the defense? And then, all right, now what do we run?
Yeah.
But
exactly.
and that's how we're going to operate.
It's very impressive.
It's been fun this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
is. It's like pretty balanced.
Yeah.
At least in the passing game.
Yeah.
And our receiving core has been, I mean, last year it was phenomenal. This year it just repeated.
Yeah.
I mean, and you had Reese. I mean, I can't really remember any other receivers that were playing with him, but
GJ.
I guess, GJ, exactly. And you had Cam throwing in the ball.
Yeah. But that was heavy Reese.
Yeah.
I mean, he had, I don't remember how many catches, but it was 1,100 yards.
Wow.
And then I think GJ had 300. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
it was just that. And the next year, GJ had a really great year, too.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one,
Yeah.
he was our number one
Yeah.
primary for sure. But this year, it's like,
Who is our number
yeah,
one?
who is our number one? Like, so when they try to bracket Braden,
Yeah.
okay, well then
Max.
Max is wide open. Or you got again Jake on the backside. And,
Yeah.
You have 3 receivers
And
and
then
throw 2, and then
throw
we
in
got
Nick.
we
Throw
got
Nick
Nick
out
pop out
tight
of nowhere,
end.
and then we got
And then-
Ryan going a wheel or a
And then we
fumble or
still
something.
bringing in Colton.
Yeah, and then we got Cole.
Yeah,
on the team.
and
running
when
through the
when he's in
defense.
and he's 100%, he's
Yeah.
one of the
Yeah.
fastest guys on the team.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, it is awesome. I mean, just athletic football.
Yeah, it's crazy the variety of play calls we can do. I mean, throughout the game, we're just doing so many different things that can work. So
And we can't credit you guys enough for helping us, but you guys were studs too. I mean, you guys played college
Easy.
sports and at Tabor. You guys were both at Tabor, right?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
this one.
Did you guys?
He
did
was
you
the
guys,
stud.
did you guys see each other at all at Tabor?
Yeah, we
Yeah, we played
junior and
baseball.
senior year played baseball
Oh,
together.
that's cool. Okay,
That's great.
that is very cool.
Yeah.
How come I did not know that? Well, that's very
Oh.
cool. Well, yeah, a little bit of credit to you guys and shout out for you guys. Some studs.
and a lot of stories come from that.
Yeah, that's well, it's cool. Thank you guys so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate
Fun.
it. Great interview.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, guys. Good man.
Yeah.
Cut.
Okay, good interview there. Very interesting
Mhm.
guys. Good fans of them. They're some offensive masterminds.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep her going. Let's move on to volleyball. So volleyball last weekend, we went into sub-state.
At Halstead.
Yes, at Halstead. Got through that first game against Wichita Collegiate.
Probably should have gotten through a little bit faster.
Yes.
That one went into
But
3,
still,
right?
yes,
Yes.
both games we played went into 3.
So
Second game that went into 3 was actually good that we went into 3. We took
Mhm.
Smokey, who was ranked.
Number 1.
I think
In our
I think
sub-state.
they're high.
They
Yeah,
aren't number
one-
1 in the
one in the
state, but they're
sub-state.
ranked.
In our sub-state, they're number 1.
Yes.
And we also had another ranked team, Wichita Trinity, who's in there.
Who made it on the other side?
I think the score of the first set was 25-13.
Yeah.
And then we fought back in the second set. It was 27-25 or 26-24 or something like that. And
Yeah.
it was a great win. Gave us a little bit of hope.
Mhm.
Our girls battled in the third set, but it was a stretch at the end where we just couldn't quite put it together.
Yeah, I think there was a stretch of Smoky Valley just had 4 points in a row, and then we just kept fighting even from there, and we just couldn't get that.
We couldn't get that 4 points back.
It was such a good season to watch those girls
Mhm.
play.
Good
And-
ending.
Yeah, and I really think they
Fought hard.
peaked at the end of the season.
Yeah.
They played their best game.
Still,
at the
I
end of
mean,
the season.
even though they lost, they lost playing their best volleyball. And
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
that's
Yeah.
something that they can be proud of.
Yeah, they gave up. They gave up a real good fight, and obviously, good luck to Smokey moving on because that's a good team that played.
Yeah.
They're
It's-
playing one of their best volleyball.
It's nice to
so.
see a league school get to state
Oh, yeah.
representing the CKO.
And if they win state, it'd be kind of nice to be like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
brought them to
beat
3.
three
We're
and-
actually really
Yeah.
close to beating them. So
And state volleyball is very, very tense.
Oh yeah.
You have to bring your A game when it
yeah, it
comes
could
to
go
that.
either way really. It doesn't matter your ranking at state, honestly.
I'm not aware of the state bracket, what teams are in there,
I don't know either.
but I just can assume. We've gone to state a couple times. I've gone to state and watched the girls play, and you always see those teams. It's just the teams that literally make appointments to go to state.
Yeah.
They know it's going to happen. Silver Lake, Nemaha Central.
Always there.
Nemaha Central's back there this year.
What's crazy is now some of those teams are dropping. Like now
These
not
are,
about
like, kinda
3
some of
anymore.
their
It's like,
down
what?
years.
Yeah. So that is interesting. It will be a very good,
Yeah.
very good tournament this year. Like we said again, volleyball in state is amazing. It's high energy.
Speaking of state, we do have a fall sport state qualifier.
Cross country.
Very own Micah Dahlsten
What a
qualified on his own,
What a great job.
especially.
And wasn't he talking about a little bit like there's no way he can make it state unless he ran his best time ever?
Yep.
And he just went out there and said, why not?
Sounds
Yeah.
like he
Yeah.
did.
Might as well do
For
it.
real.
And we talked about in
What?
last couple that they had a very tough regionals,
Yeah.
especially with Celine going, and they won. Their boys and girls got first at that
They are.
regionals.
They
Very
were.
impressive.
What are the qualifications for cross country?
I think
Is
it's
it top
Micah
10?
said top 10 individual go,
And then top three teams. Correct. So,
Being in the top 10's hard in that too.
with how many
Especially
runners there are,
with
too.
Yeah.
Southeast.
Yeah.
I think Micah explained it a little bit though. When it comes, like if Southeast had like 6, 7 kids finish in the top 10, I think they only count
The
up
four.
to 3 or 4, and then after that, it's whoever comes in after that.
Yeah.
So, but for Micah still to finish top 10 in that region
Yeah.
was awesome.
It's tough regionals.
Mhm.
And then he's got a little bit of drive to go too.
Out
Because
to-
of Wamego, right?
Yeah, Wamego. And that'll be Saturday morning at around, what, 10:30?
10:45 -ish.
10:45,
I've never
yeah.
seen that course.
I don't know.
Well, usually they do it in Lawrence.
Yeah,
Or was that just last
That
year?
place, that was
No,
that was our
they've done it
freshman
like
year,
the
I think.
last
Yeah, I thought
last
they did
couple
pretty
years,
Really?
and that place is beautiful.
Especially this time of year.
Yeah, because you get the leaves
leaves that
changing
change in
color,
colors.
and you're running right next to that lake.
Yeah, I wonder what the scenery is going to be like at Wamego. I'm
I'm
guessing
curious.
pretty good.
I hope
Yeah.
so.
It's in that same
You would think
region,
so.
I
Well,
think.
it's got to be big enough to run the state
Yeah.
cross country.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting. Best of luck to him.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well just, run the race of your life again. You know,
Yeah,
props to him for making it. That's something I can't imagine ever doing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Very good job on him. And so that's all the recap.
All right. Bring on Jimmy's top 5.
Let's bring on Jimmy. We'll go get him.
Cut.
Okay. Well, we welcome on someone who's not Jimmy. This is
we
Hayden
lost
Hartung.
Jimmy, actually.
We are on a manhunt for Jimmy, and we did not have the time to find him. So, Jimmy, if you're watching this, where'd you go?
Report back to your classroom.
Yeah, please come back.
They're missing.
Check the bathrooms, check the pit stop, the ceilings. Don't know where he was. So, we'll move on with Hayden.
Second option.
So, Hayden, with this top 5, we're going to do top 5 Halloween candies because it's about that time for trick-or-treating. If you have enough brain power to go from 5 to 1,
Enough brain power.
try it. If you can't, it's okay. What would your top 5 Halloween candy be?
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Starting at 5.
Yeah, Reese's,
Okay,
Buttercup. Like
At 5?
yeah, at 5.
solid. I'll take it.
Then
That's top 3.
Better be a good 4 coming
nah,
up.
Skittles at 4.
Skittles is a good option.
Bold.
Put above Reese's.
Yeah,
For
no, no,
Yes.
no.
For
Very
sure,
bold.
for sure.
Okay.
Okay, 3.
3 is Kit Kat,
Not
That-
bad.
That's higher for me.
and
Yeah, I
then
think that's a-
number 2. I don't know the actual name. It's like the Jolly Rancher like bar things. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like the
Jolly
big
Rancher
like
Yeah.
Jolly Ranchers.
That you
Like
like.
the big Jolly Ranchers are like
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
stick.
And then 1 for sure, without a doubt, Snickers.
Not bad.
That's a good one.
That's a good
Yeah.
one.
No
That's
other.
a classic.
Oh yeah.
I feel like all the old heads eat this.
Yeah.
No, all the old heads eat Skittles.
Okay, but
You think?
what's like
Yeah.
your number 1 top worst Halloween candy?
Yeah, what's
like,
the worst?
just
Worst?
number 1. Like you do
Worst.
not like it at
Ever
all.
had somebody give you an apple?
I have.
Oh,
I
You're not
have
gonna
to.
do
I
it
have
at
to. And
apple.
then she hands me this, brings out this big basket of apples and oranges and bananas. Go
I,
right into my basket.
I did get an
Threw her
apple.
back at her.
you know how like
Get that out of my face.
you get your like yearly or 6-month annual checkup at the dentist,
Yeah.
and they give you those like
Where's this
bags
going?
of like toothbrush
Yeah.
and floss and all that.
You got a toothbrush?
I got that bag one time. It was a dentist, and he was just handing those out.
Oh.
That's horrible.
Yeah,
I mean, can you be handing out candy like that if you're a dentist? Is that like
You're
against
right.
dentist law?
Okay, that is very
I
valid.
don't think so. It's Halloween.
I know.
Everybody
but
gets a free pass on Halloween.
that is true.
Even dentists.
Even
Well, I
dentists.
guess not the one that Hayden stopped by, but
Yeah. Well, that would be a horrible candy.
And he was smiling the whole time when he did it.
Well, did you use the toothbrush or no?
I don't remember. I was young.
It could have been useful, dude.
But okay. The real question is, sign that says, "Take one."
No, you never take one.
How much do you guys take?
the
A
bag.
handful.
At least 5.
A
At least-
handful.
Yeah, take one handful.
Yeah, I do.
I don't know. Last
do.
time I went trick or treating was when I was in 4th grade. So
I can remember.
Keep you updated on that.
My neighbors would always have that because they'd always be gone for Halloween. I just.
There we go. Take one bowl. I think
Devious,
that's what it means. Yeah. Very devious. Yeah. Are you a candy corn guy?
No, absolutely
candy-
not.
Respect on that.
Yes.
I used to really like candy
yes.
corn.
I did too.
I
Like
don't.
recently, and then I got a bag like within this last year, and I hated it. Like I ate way too much.
Yeah.
So
Honestly,
I just don't.
Think
like
it's
the
wax.
taste.
It's
I
like
don't like the
flavored
taste.
wax.
thinking about it, I think I'd rather get a toothbrush than candy corn.
wow.
Yeah, I would agree
Wow.
with that. I
Yes,
would heavily agree
yes.
with that.
I
Like,
actually do need a new toothbrush, though. Mine's like getting,
Oh,
the
Okay.
things are going this way. So
Well,
Dentists.
at least
It's about
we
that
know
time.
you brush your teeth like pretty hard.
yeah.
All dentists listening, if chilling trick or treats at
brush
your
my
house,
teeth.
definitely give
Yeah,
him
give me a
a
toothbrush. I
toothbrush
need one.
for Halloween. He'd love one.
toothbrush.
Okay.
No
that-
mercy on the gums, bro.
I'm kind of disappointed Hayden didn't have the caramel apple suckers.
No.
Those are good.
I don't like
Those are
caramel.
alright.
Those could tear out. Like I could probably tear out my teeth with one of those. With
Yeah.
how
Tear out me
sticky the
teeth.
caramel is.
Oh, yeah.
Those are so
I
good
don't
though.
know. I
I
like
like.
them.
I could take them or leave them.
So when
Yeah,
I
when
like
you were little, did you guys ever just like try to bite as hard as you possibly can into a jawbreaker?
I don't.
I was
think any
scared of
of us does.
jawbreakers. I was really scared of
Yeah,
jawbreakers.
I can tell that you look like that.
I was like, can this really break my jaw? And I just went, ow.
And
Wow.
that's
Have
why.
you ever been to like the mall? and
I
got,
didn't
like,
break
the
it
big
though.
One,
And it just,
the big one where you have to like hold in your hand and lick
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I saw a little kid holding one of those.
And then your hands just all
That's
sticky.
disgusting.
Oh.
Yeah. I haven't ate one of those.
and slobbery.
Yeah.
I know.
That's what
There was
being a
this,
little
there
kid
was
is.
this like
though.
one gas station where it had like this football helmet and like a big jawbreaker in it. And I always used to get those. And my hands would just be sticky.
I could see you.
And I'd hate it afterwards.
I can imagine you eating this right
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Okay, this may have been my favorite top
Yeah,
five.
I like this one.
The mascots was a little like creepy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I think this one I interlocked a little bit of my childhood memories there.
Yeah.
Sure. When was the last time you guys trick-or-treating?
A
Like,
while
honestly.
ago.
5th grade.
Yeah, I think mine was like
Fourth or
4th
fifth,
grade.
yeah.
I've
I
done a
think
haunted.
mine
I've
was-
done a
Like,
haunted
that's
house.
the real question. Like, when
Fifth
when are
grade.
you supposed to stop trick-or-treating?
okay.
I don't know, but like
Okay,
I
define
think-
trick because like, do you define like
Like-
scaring little kids and when they like drop their
No.
bags of candies and taking them as trick or treating?
That ain't trick or
Okay,
treating.
how did-
That's scaring kids and taking candy.
I'm defining trick-or-treating as like
you're
dressed up in a
you're
costume,
walking
you're
around
walking
town.
door to door, trick-or-treat.
Okay. In 6th grade.
Trick-or-treat, smell my feet.
Give me something good to eat.
In 6th
house?
grade, haunted house, but they required costumes. Does that count as trick or treating? I had to dress up for that.
No.
No,
Did you,
No.
'cause
did
you didn't get any
knock on the
candy.
door and
I
say,
think they
"Can I
handed
have
out candy
But
afterwards.
did you knock on the door and ask for candy?
It's got to
No.
be. I think trick or treating has to be a minimum of 4 houses.
Like in the collection of candy
Yeah,
from those.
Yeah.
Like if I'm a like adult and I answer a door to just an 18-year-old dude that does one that says trick or treat,
Dressed up as like a pirate, like a
he might
princess
get a fist
pirate.
to the face. Yeah, like I might knock him out.
like.
Let's
I mean,
go.
I mean,
Trick or treat.
bring your little sister or something.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like-
yeah, that's valid. Yeah, if
I
you're
can
dressed-
see
yeah.
someone walking around with like your little sister.
Yeah, I could see that. That's good.
But just like a group
Just
of
you.
like
That's just generous
teenagers.
at that point.
Yeah.
A group of like teenagers just walking around.
Yeah, no.
Trick or treat. And you're like,
That
this is
sounds
for the
good.
kids.
Yeah.
Wait, so you steal our chairs and you don't even bring it over here for me?
For Mission
You-
Valley and
Yeah. You're the stander. You're the. You stand so you have like the center of attention on you.
you are our second option anyway, so.
Actually, it was more
Hey.
than our second option.
We.
Yeah, we went
Yeah.
to-
We.
We went to
Yeah,
everybody
you
else
were
before.
It was Jimmy first,
Nick.
Matthew, Nick,
Ty.
Ty, Hayden. Fifth option. Congrats, dude.
my.
Hey,
Congrats.
you're on the
Good
roster.
job.
Hey, thank you very much.
Hey, but it was the best top 5.
It was
That
very
was-
good.
At least I was top 5. I
Alright.
guess.
So good. We'll sign off the podcast with that one. So thank you very much, Hayden. Get to be in the handshakes. Good job.
Good job, Hayden.
That's the cut.
Right.
Take me by the hand, lead me to the land that you understand. What's your mind?
Cut!